This is the latest in our popular Renegades of Fashion series, and it documents the enigmatic rise of Demna Gvasalia, from Tbilisi to the pinnacle of fashion.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Have stirred as much intrigue and admiration as Demna Gvasalia. His unconventional approach and had a penchant for subverting traditional norms, Demna has carved a unique niche for himself.
You name it.
Je m'appelle Demna, notre marque c'est Vetements, est basée à Paris et c'est notre 3e saison. On travaille autour de garde-robe, autour de pièces existantes, et on les met dans un nouveau contexte. C'est un jeu de proportions, matière, attitude que Vêtements donnent aux gens qui portent ces vêtements. Ce look, il représente Vêtements comme une pièce iconique, comme un bomber retravaillé, mis sur une nouvelle forme. Il a les jeans retravaillés, il a un t-shirt noir. C'est pas vraiment streetwear, c'est quand même un produit parfois très sophistiqué au niveau de fabrication, mais c'est inspiré plutôt par les pièces de la rue qu'on connaît déjà. C'est peut-être un mélange entre quelque chose de conceptuel, travail autour des vêtements même, et un vrai produit, parfois presque luxe au niveau de fabrication, au niveau de qualité, c'est un mélange. C'est le côté vrai Paris, c'est pas vraiment rive gauche, un peu moins stéréotype que les gens connaissent de Paris. Et là, il y a beaucoup de choses qui se passent aujourd'hui, je trouve ça assez inspirant.
Not just as a designer, but as a cultural provocateur. And in this film, we're going to tell the story of his meteoric rise, his revolutionary methods, and some of the controversies that have accompanied his journey. An unlikely background. He was born in 1981 in Sukhumi, the capital of Abkhazia in Georgia. Demna Gvasalia's early life was marked by the turmoil of civil war. His family fled Tbilisi and later Düsseldorf in Germany, seeking refuge from the conflict. The early experiences of displacement and cultural dislocation profoundly influenced Demna's perspective on fashion, imbuing his work with a sense of rebellion and also resilience. Demna's formal journey into fashion began at the Royal Academy of Fine Arts in Antwerp, Belgium.
With this collection I tried to work on a 36 size dummy
and to start all my patterns with putting a piece of fabric on the dummy and construct it on it. But I wanted to avoid the round shapes and the roundings of the actual body, of the body shape. So I decided to put it all into rectangular proportion. The actual dummy was the inspiration, like the original inspiration, also for the fabric and all the lines, as you see, which normally are used for the measurement placements on the body, for the hips and center front, etc. And in this case, I translated it to more decorative, more graphical aspect. That's where I started from, and I decided to put it, actually to make this a theme of the whole collection. It's different qualities of canvas. It's all untreated canvas, and basically all the linings are in black velvet, which is also very often used for a cheaper version of the same dummy. It's something new for me to work in this constructed, more architectural way with clothes. So, and something new is always exciting and fun. My opinion, and that's what I'm planning to do in the future, or the near future definitely, is trying to avoid the commercial aspect.
Graduating in 2006, he initially worked for Maison Martin Margiela, where he honed his skills and absorbed the house's ethos of deconstruction and anonymity. He later joined Louis Vuitton under the creative direction of Marc Jacobs and Nicolas Ghesquière, and these stints allowed Demna to blend his avant-garde sensibilities with a commercial understanding, setting the stage for his future endeavours. In 2014, Demna co-founded Vetements with his brother Demna Gvasalia and a collective of like-minded designers. The brand was born out of a dissatisfaction with the fashion industry's status quo, and Vetements quickly became synonymous with anti-fashion, characterised by oversized silhouettes, streetwear influences, and a raw, almost anarchic aesthetic. Their debut collection, presented in a rather dingy Parisian sex club, was a stark departure from the glitzy runways of high fashion. Accord with the disenchanted youth and industry insiders alike. Celebrities like Rihanna and Kanye West began sporting Vetements, catapulting the brand to cult status. Now, Demna's design philosophy is rooted in a subversive approach to fashion. He often draws inspiration from mundane, everyday objects and street culture, kind of like the way Virgil Abloh did, transforming them into high fashion statements. The method challenges conventional notions of luxury and beauty, making fashion more accessible and relatable. One of his secrets lies in his collaborative approach. At Vetements, the design process is democratic, with ideas flowing freely between team members. And this collective creativity ensures the brand remains dynamic and constantly evolving. Another key aspect of Demna's method is his ability to tap into the zeitgeist. He's got an uncanny knack for capturing the cultural and social mood, whether it's the rise of streetwear, the blending of gender boundaries, or the digital transformation of fashion. This foresight has kept his work relevant and seemingly always ahead of the curve. In 2015, Demna was appointed the creative director of Balenciaga, one of the most storied houses in fashion history. And this was a bold move, considering his reputation for anti-establishment. However, Balenciaga under Demna has thrived, blending the house's heritage with his radical vision. It's a marriage made in heaven, His debut collection for Balenciaga was in 2016, and it was a masterclass in reimagining classics. He took Cristobal Balenciaga's sculptural silhouettes and then fused them with his signature streetwear aesthetic. The result was a collection that was both avant-garde and commercially successful. Now, Demna's career has not been without his share of controversies. His provocative designs often spark debate and criticisms. One notable one was the release of the IKEA bag in 2017, a luxury version of the iconic blue IKEA bag, shopping bag, but it was priced at $2,145. And the piece was both lauded for its clever commentary on consumerism and criticised as a symbol of fashion's excesses. I think maybe he was joking. In 2018, Vetements faced another backlash for a hoodie with a logo of DHL, the global courier company. Critics argued it was a cynical exploitation of labour imagery.
They actually closed on everything just to have the event. Is super exciting, and I really enjoyed myself.
It was kind of international. You would just thought this is some sort of New York Fashion Week.
It belongs more to just a stamp to get pieces from A to B. Apparently the dimensions we show today of creativity, but also of course the role that DHL as a logistics company plays within fashion as such.
I have to say I'm really stunned about the show, which was from Vetements and DHL. You know, you see that DHL and fashion combines really well together.
Demna defended the piece as a tribute to everyday workers and a critique to the fashion industry's elitism. Another significant drama unfolded in 2021 when Balenciaga released a campaign featuring children holding teddy bears dressed in bondage gear.
This, in and of itself, is
But these
troubling.
teddy bears are
Then
draped in
there's
straight
another
up
ad.
BDSM
You
gear.
zoom in
Yeah,
on it,
that's a
and you see
plush
the
bear in a
papers
black
laying
thong and a
around
leather harness.
the bag.
Notice the blackened out
Holding
eyes
bears,
instead of
teddy
bears
in
on the other
BDSM
side. In a messy
child
kid's room is a
pornography.
better
Specific
in fear.
There are
to
two of them
United
with
States.
half close
Williams,
images, and then
Law
how
making
strong
child
the
porn
devil
illegal.
hanging
Next,
out
we've had
over the
celebrities
purse. This
in
image
New
is
York
one of
has
those
got
photos
the Who's
at
Who.
Balenciaga versus
And
a Free Speech
Coalition.
Coalition.
And
And
remember
this
the
The campaign was widely condemned, leading to a public apology for the brand. Demna, known for his provocative style, faced a wave of criticism for crossing the line between edgy fashion and appropriate imagery. And the incident underscored the delicate balance he often navigates between pushing boundaries and maintaining public decorum. Despite the controversies, Demna's impact on the fashion industry is undeniable. His work at Balenciaga has redefined luxury fashion, making it more inclusive and reflective of contemporary culture. He introduced the concept of hacking in fashion where he blends elements from different brands, including a notable collaboration with Gucci in 2021. And this approach not only challenged the notion of brand purity, but also highlighted the interconnectedness of modern fashion.
I think it's also maybe about personal experiences, you know, like what clothing means to me, how I try to like hide myself through it, or or show myself through it, or express myself, and how much I suffered through it because of it, actually, because of trying to be different than myself, and then get. I think those experiences, on top of, I mean, other cultural aspects, definitely, made me see fashion industry from a different point of view. Somehow I always think a bit of like, I'm a bit of a communist at heart, I don't know, somehow, in my approach to it, like I often not criticize, but question a lot of like, I would say, the kind of fundamental things about capitalism that I find difficult to live with and keep and be, being true to my values as well at the same time, in terms of what we do and how much we sell and how much we make and how much, all of that. It's a very conflicting thing for me. Like, I still don't know how to deal with it. Sometimes I get really angry about it. And sometimes I just forget about it and go with the flow, because there's things that I cannot change, and c'est la vie. I'm supposed to make a coat. I'm not supposed to like.
Demna has also been a pioneer in embracing digital transformation. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when traditional runway shows were impossible, he turned to virtual presentations and gaming platforms. The 2021 fall collection was showcased through a video game, Afterworld, The Age of Tomorrow, which allowed viewers to explore the collection in an immersive digital environment. This innovative approach demonstrated his forward-thinking vision and adaptability in the face of global challenges.
You are Balenciaga.
While Demna's professional life is very well documented, he remains relatively private about his personal life. He's known to be intensely focused on his work, often shying away from the limelight. However, his Georgian heritage and experience as an immigrant continue to influence his designs profoundly. Demna's influence extends beyond the fashion industry. He's become a cultural icon, representing a new wave of designers who challenge norms and embrace diversity. His work resonates with a generation that values authenticity and inclusivity and a critical perspective on consumerism. Demna's influence extends beyond the fashion industry. He's become a cultural icon.
Half laughing and half, oh my God, genius.
It made me laugh.
The way the kind of TikTok videos got like sort of disfigured and weird and I was like, oh, this is freaky. It was really cool.
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga.
You know, I'm sure that it is actually Balenciaga branded gum.
Balenciaga. Ça, c'est génial. Ça, j'ai pas pensé à ça. C'est beaucoup ça. Mais j'adore Balenciaga.
Representing a new wave of designers who challenge norms and embrace diversity. His work resonates with a generation that values authenticity and inclusivity and a critical perspective on consumerism. Demna Gvasalia's journey from the war-torn streets of Tbilisi to the pinnacle of world fashion is a testament to his creativity, visionary approach. His rise has been marked by revolutionary methods, provocative designs, and a series of controversies that have only added to his mystique. And as he continues to shape the future of fashion, Demna remains a compelling figure who challenges us to rethink our perceptions of luxury, of beauty, and of cultural relevance. As we look forward to the future, one thing is certain: Demna Gvasalia will be continuing to be a force of disruption and innovation in fashion. His ability to capture the spirit of the times combined with his fearless approach to design ensures that his influence will be felt for years to come. Whether through his work at Balenciaga, at Vetements, or even future projects, Demna's story is far from over. It's a story of a designer who not only creates fashion but also shapes cultural landscapes, leaving his indelible mark on our world.
Hi, I'm not here for the moment. Please leave a message.
Salut, c'est Isabelle. J'essaie de te joindre 4 fois. Tu peux me rappeler, s'il te plaît? Et le plus vite possible, s'il te plaît.